What is the real difference between lifting the Stanley Cup and watching someone else do it? Is it a superstar, a system, or is it something quieter, something more fundamental, like the last line of defense? Welcome back to the channel, Pens Nation. As the NHL trade market begins to simmer, two teams find themselves at a fascinating crossroads, linked by ambition and circumstance. In one corner, you have the Edmonton Oilers, a team loaded with generational talent, still reeling from the bitter sting of a Stanley Cup final defeat. In the other, you have our Pittsburgh Penguins, a team quietly, patiently, hunting for the one piece that could fill a crucial, lingering gap in their armor. The whispers are growing louder, and they suggest a significant move between these two franchises could be on the horizon. A trade born from Edmonton's desperation and Pittsburgh's strategic opportunism. To understand this potential deal, you have to first understand the immense pressure cooker that is Edmonton right now. Making it to final and losing is perhaps the most frustrating outcome in all of sports. It exposes your every flaw on the biggest stage. For the Oilers, the ghost of what if is haunting them. They have the offensive firepower to dominate any team in the league, but their recent campaign highlighted moments of defensive fragility and a maddening inconsistency when it mattered most. Their front office knows they cannot simply run it back with the exact same roster and expect a different result. The definition of insanity, right? They are now forced to make difficult, franchise-altering decisions under the weight of a tight salary cap, and that means valuable players might just be available for the right price. This is where the Penguins enter the picture. While the Oilers are dealing with the fallout of their playoff run, Pittsburgh's front office has been watching, evaluating, and identifying opportunities. It's no secret to anyone who follows this team that one position has been a source of instability for years: the crease. The Penguins have been searching for that undisputed, consistent, game-stealing goaltender who can provide stability not just for a week, but for an entire 82-game season and a deep playoff run. And as they survey the league, they see a potential solution emerging from Edmonton's difficult situation. They see a player who, for a variety of reasons, might be expendable to the Oilers, but could be the perfect fit for the Penguins' most pressing need. The player at the center of these rumors is reportedly a 28-year-old goaltender, while his name hasn't been officially confirmed. The profile is intriguing and tells a story of a high-risk, high-reward asset. This isn't a flawless Vezina Trophy winner. Instead, he's a player who has shown flashes of brilliance and the potential to win key games on his own. However, his journey has been complicated by injuries last season, which creates a massive dilemma for the Oilers. Do they bet on his talent, hoping he stays healthy and finally reaches his full potential? Or do they capitalize on the interest from a team like Pittsburgh and trade him now, using his value to address their other roster issues and gain salary cap flexibility? For the Penguins, the calculation is just as complex. Kyle Dubas and his team are doing their due diligence, assessing every possible angle. Can they acquire him without compromising the existing chemistry of the locker room? Is his style of play adaptable to the Penguin system? And the million-dollar question: can their training and support staff help him stay healthy and unlock that top-tier potential? A move like this isn't a simple transaction. It's a calculated gamble. If it pays off, the Penguins could acquire a starting goaltender entering his prime for a fraction of the cost of a top free agent. If it fails, they've spent valuable assets on a question mark. The stakes couldn't be higher, which is why these negotiations are happening behind closed doors, away from the public eye. Ultimately, this potential trade represents a perfect storm of need and opportunity. For Edmonton, it's a chance to turn a position of uncertainty into tangible assets that can help them finally get over the hump. For Pittsburgh, it's a golden opportunity to solve their most persistent problem and solidify their lineup for another legitimate championship push. The secret talks will continue, but the logic is sound and the fit is undeniable. This is a kind of move that can alter the balance of power in the league. One team's painful necessity could become another's championship solution. So, I'm putting the question to you, the most passionate fan base in hockey. Is a 28-year-old goaltender with a history of injuries but a high ceiling the answer for Penguins? Is this the calculated risk that Kyle Dubas needs to take? And looking at it from the Oilers' side, is it smart to trade him away? Drop your verdict in the comments below. Let's debate this trade from every single angle. If you're intrigued and excited by the possibility, do me a favor and hit that like button.